Ndebanyi ndewono. I say, so you see that we had ancestors that were very intelligent. They were better than us. Because we are not reasoning now. We are created to reason, weigh things and balance them. We are created to reason, weigh things and balance them. Our job is to think, use the wisdom that has been given to us and balance things in line with nature. That is why our forefathers gave us the concept of Eke, Nkwo, Afo, and Orie. Before the white man ever came up with the story of the 4 elements, we already know it, we already have it. Before the scripture came up with its word that the heavens and the earth was created by the Almighty, we have it, we already know it, that it is from these 4 elements, which is air, water, land, and fire, that everything that was made was made. The visible things you see came from the sea and from the land, because these are the visible things. Air, you can feel it, but you won't touch it. Now, what gives them life or what gives them energy is what now came from the fire and the air, which you feel and you don't see. The physical creations came from the land and the water, because these are the 2 things you see. You don't only just feel them, you touch them, you see them. Now, but the life and the energy that operates on those things came from fire and also from the air. And this is just what it is. So we have these things, but we have them in our own form, in the original copy, before the white man came up with his own photocopies. And our people dropped the original copy and embraced the white man's photocopy because of propaganda. They were taught and told that these photocopies were better than the original. So they dropped the original copies and embraced the photocopies. Today now, our people count their days according to the white man's calendar. We count our days Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Who told you? How? What do you have to justify? Just because somebody said it's the 7 circular, 7 days complete circular, 7 complete circular days of a week of creation. Who told you that the world was created in 7 days? Because they wrote it in the Bible. When the Bible is a copy of the original. Who told you that the world is created in 7 days? Who gave you the concept of 7 days? It is these people. They gave it to you for a reason, because they want to take you away from the original. They understand what it is. The same people that told you that the month is 31 days, and we know they lied. The same people that told you that the year is made up of 12 months, and we know they lied. Because the rotation of the earth and the rotation of life is in a circle, and a circle cannot be even. It has to be a number that can be divided by 2. A complete circle is 360. And 360 divided by 2 is 180, no? So you can't have 365. When you have 365, there is a problem, because it cannot be divided by 2. Even though you say if you split 1, it becomes half. No. It has to be a complete number. So that is the first thing that shows you by nature that the calendar they gave you was wrong or is wrong. And you using it means that is why there is confusion on earth, because people are counting their days according to the white man's calendar, which is fallacy. It's Babylonian. It has nothing to do with your life. It keeps you on check. It keeps you on bondage. And that is why there are so many things we need to drop. Because these people have programmed us to think the way they want us to think. And as long as you have that program and you are working in line with that program, you can never and will never be free from their oppression. You will never be free from their slavery. Being free doesn't mean, it's not only when you sing a free song or you say, I'm free, I'm conscious. How can you be conscious and you are talking about Saturday? How can you be conscious and you are talking about Tuesday? How can you be conscious and you are talking about Friday? These things are nothing. They are just created by these men to keep you in check. We know that the week is only 4 days. That is why when you hear the 4 elements, the 4 elements which they are telling you did not come from them. The 4 elements they talked about, they say is the earth, air. No, there is a concept they borrowed from us. Our forefathers knew about it even before science was created. We know about Eke, we know about Nkwo, we know about Urie, we know about Afo. These things are those 4 elements, the same 4 elements that these idiots, these thieves are claiming that they themselves created. Everything they want to claim, they come under the disguise of science, and we buy the idea. And the worst part is that our people are sold into believing these lies and these liars. How can a man tell you that he just took information that was meant for you, that was kept for you, and then all he did was also to rebrand it and give it fresh names and then bring it back to you, and you're looking at them as if it's something, a new discovery. When they have really removed what makes the companies that makes that information original, and they are now selling to you what they think it should be, just to distract you. They say that the month is 31 days, but we know that February is 28 days, except the one they call leap year, which means absolutely nothing. It's just what they are claiming, that from science they have discovered. These things are lies. They are scams to keep you in check. To keep you in check, but still yet it did not balance the equation. We know that the circle of the moon, for a new moon to come, the circle of the days is 28 days. And that is why our forefathers have it in their check. 28 days, 13 months that makes up a year. And then the 4 days that makes up a week. We have 7 weeks in a month. 7 complete weeks in a month, that makes it 28 days. So these are the things we need to understand. But our people have been sold. So we believe these people's lies. We embrace their lies. As long as you are following their calendar, as long as you are following, you are in their program, any of their program, whether it is a school program, whether it is their religion program, you can never be free. You are still a slave. We have to wake up. I hate using the word Africa. We are not Africans. But I want you to know those that I'm talking to. Brothers and sisters, whether they call you African American or whether they call you an African person, whatever you are, as long as you are, the same blood that runs in my vein runs in your own vein, and we share the same color, open your eyes. You'll be fooled. There is nothing like 7 days in a week. The week is not supposed to be 7 days. It's just because one idiot said it doesn't make it so. The month has nothing to do with 31 days. That one idiot established it does not make it so. We have to really call these things what they are. That somebody told you about 12 months that makes up a year doesn't make it so. Let us wake up. I believe my ancestors more. I believe my ancestors more than any of these fallacies that these people have sold to us. I believe my ancestors more. That the days of the week is 4 days. That the weeks of the month is 7 weeks. And that the months of the year is 13 months. I believe the history, the blueprint, the code that my ancestors have left behind. I believe in it, and I want to walk in it. But I'll be saying, like I was saying before, we need to understand who these people are. The greatest fear of the white man is what I am telling you now. Why is it that it is the greatest fear of the white man? Because I am an Igbo man. And they understand that if there is any blueprint, if there is anything that is remaining of our people, it is going to rise from Igbo land. They understand it. They knew that in the whole of our place, it is only this whole that you will see the original print, foundation that our forefathers have laid. Because the Igbo man has this code. This same code that they themselves are claiming that they have, all they are telling you that they discovered through science, they are all lies. These things has been in Igbo land. We fought a war that Britain single-handedly, with the rest of Europe, sponsored and participated in. We used weapons that we did not borrow from them, we did not buy from them, weapons that we manufactured ourselves. Why? Because the technology they are using, the technology they themselves are claiming that we are the ones that started it. We built the great Egyptian pyramids. We built the Egyptian civilization. We built the Ethiopian civilization. All these great civilizations in Africa, we built them. It is built by the Igbos. Ndigbo. The name Igbo came from Ndigbo, the ancient people. We are the people that build those civilizations. We know these things better than them, and that is why they are afraid. They are trying everything they can. Even United Nations is part of it. They are trying everything they can to make sure that they keep the Igbos in check. Because the freedom of the Igbo man is the liberation of the whole race that they call black. We know we are not black. We are not brown. They cannot give us names. We understand who we are because we are the natural human beings. Our color is the color of the earth. And that is why they are jealous of us. And they know that if the Igbo man will stand firm, that everyone connected or associated, related with the Igbo man will also stand. And this is why and what they are afraid of. And that is why they are doing everything to bring us down. They are doing everything to make sure that they frustrate the Igbo nation. And when we are calling for the Igbo nation, what we are calling for is for our people to be liberated, not just the Igbo nation. Although they are using some of our people to fight against us. So we are using our own people. We are using our own people to fight this battle. And we want to educate other people that call themselves Africans, that what these people are doing is to bring division among us. And it is not going to work. We now know the truth, that everything they taught us, everything they told us is a lie to bring us down, to keep us down. But it is not going to work for them. We understand it, that we have been lied to. They try to use us against ourselves. Look at today, we are killing our own brothers. Just because these people that call themselves white made us to believe that the enemy that we speak of is that our brother, is that our sister. How can your own sister be your enemy? How can somebody who is your own be your enemy? If not that our people have been brainwashed to hate themselves. Some even want to change their color to the color of these people because they have been made to hate themselves. The images they give you about Africa, or about people who are living in the land where they call Africa, I hate using the word Africa. The images they give you are images of people that you don't want to associate yourself with. You now see us, we are not even proud of our own people. We want to hide from our own people. We find comfort being in their midst, even when they are not accepting us. How can you? I don't need any fucking white man or woman to accept me. I don't need them. I love my color. I love who I am. I love where I come from. I'm proud. I'm 100 times proud to be an Igbo man. We are the foundation of this earth. We are the ones that this earth is yielding for, crying to. Because these people are destroying everything that is life in this earth. They have the culture of death, and that is what they are selling to the world. We have been given the mandate to release the culture of life. I challenge those who are holding on to scriptures. I don't care the scripture you hold. The issue is that all these scriptures, all these religions, they are built from the concept and the code that our forefathers has dropped. I can decode from chapter 1 of Genesis, verse 1 till verse 29. I can decode chapter 2. I will show you according to Igbo life and culture that these things were copied from our fathers. And that is why many people are not telling you the truth. The issue is that when we say we are the Hebrews, we are talking about that the history that was borrowed, that was taken from this particular place belongs to us. Everything can be coded. You will see the four concepts, four corners, the four elements, which is a Ken Nkwo Ori Afo. They are in Genesis chapter 1. You don't need to go far. From verse 1 to verse 3, you will see them. All of them there appear. It's just that you read the Bible, you don't understand what it is. The issue is that we've been lied to. And it doesn't have to be like this.